Hi everyone. Let's take a look at the following data management example. Consider the data below. Part A, calculate the mean for this data. So if you look at this data and you're trying to tally this in the frequency table, let's go through this once just to make sure everything is clear. So for example, when you think about 16, there's one of them. So we put a tally next to 16. When you go to 32, again, we put a tally next to 32. Likewise, if you look at 17, there's one here, but there's also a second, a third, and a fourth 17. So we put 4 check marks just like that. So likewise, we can tally the rest of these data in this table. Now, to find the mean, all you're doing is the following. You have to take the average of everything. So I'm going to switch colors for your reference. So in part A, I'm going to use blue. And of course, what you're really doing is you're taking 16 plus 32 plus 17. So notice what I'm doing here. I'm adding these numbers. So let me go back and erase this. Again, I'm basically adding every number, right? I'm starting with 16, 32, 17. And I continue this all the way to the final 3 numbers. So 56 plus 28 plus 56 divided by, and again, if you count the number of terms, we call this n, by the way. N stands for the number of terms. If you count this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But there are 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. So there are 30 numbers in total. So that is definitely one method to calculate the mean. Now, of course, you can do it this way, and I will with my calculator. I also want to show you that there's a faster method as well with the frequency table. So let me grab my calculator right now and do this first. So again, I hope you have your calculator with you. I'm taking 16 plus 32 plus 17 plus 34 plus 18 plus 48 plus 27 plus 56 plus 28 plus 56 plus 28 plus 17 plus 34 plus 18 plus 46 plus 25 plus 55 plus 28 plus 56 plus 28 plus 17 plus 34 plus 17 plus 46 plus 25 plus 54 plus 28 plus 56 plus 28 plus 56. I press equal first. So again, in the display, my calculator says 1028. I divide this by 30, by the way. And of course, if you work it out, depending if you're looking for the exact answer or if you want the approximation, it's going to be 34 point. Again, on my calculator, I see 30.42666 repeated. So roughly speaking, it's going to be 34.3. Or you can say 34.27. So again, that is one approach. But of course, there's a faster approach, right? If you really think about this table, there's a reason we're composing the frequency table. So again, for your reference, I'm grabbing a different color just to show you. You can also multiply them, right? So if you think about X and you think about F, you can multiply this, which means if you add an additional column, 16 times 1 is going to be 16. 17 times 4, that's going to give you 68. And if you continue this, 18 times 2, that's going to be 36, and so on. So 2 times 25 is 50. 1 times 27 is 27. 6 times 28, that's going to give you 168. You can take 32 times 1, that's 32. 34 times 3, that's going to be 102. 2 times 46, that's going to be 92. 1 times 48 is 48. 1 times 54 is 54. 1 times 55 is 55. And of course, 5 times 56 is going to be 280. And of course, it should not be a surprise in a moment. When you add these numbers up, you're also going to get 1028. So a slightly faster approach, of course, is you can take x times f, which is here, x times f, and add that column up. And once you do, divide that by 30, and it will still give you 34.3 approximately. So that's how you solve part A. Part B, let's grab a different color for your reference. Calculate the median for this data. Now, this is very important, everybody. You know, when you find a median, there are 2 cases. Sometimes they're even number of terms. Sometimes they're odd number of terms. So it depends on which case you're looking at. Now, notice here we have 30 numbers. This means if you think about it, you line them up from the smallest number to the largest number. So imagine there's 16 right here. And you keep going, 17, and you line them up all the way to the end. And of course, the last two numbers is going to be 56, 56. Now, the key is what are the two middle numbers and what happens when I average them? So, again, if you think about this, there are 30 numbers. So, there are 15 numbers on the left, 15 numbers on the right. So, you're really thinking about the 15th number and the 16th number. So, again, what happens is to find a median, you take the 15th term plus the 16th term and you divide this by 2. So, what does that really mean? It means in this case, the 15th number is going to be, again, you can count this because if you go back to this table, let me erase this so you can see the way I think about it. You want to know where these numbers are located, right? And if you think about these numbers, again, notice how the first number is here, then the next 4 is there. So the first 5 numbers is in that batch. Notice what I'm doing, I'm adding these numbers. So this means the first 7 numbers are there, 9, 10, 15. You see what we did, everybody? So again, if you look at this, right, I want to find out the 15th term and the 16th term. So again, if I go back, I'll do this one more time so you can see where these numbers are located. So right now we have 1, 5, 7, 9, 10, 16. So 16 means the 15th number is going to be 28. And the 16th number is also going to be 28. You're going to divide this by 2. So I'm telling you right now, if you calculate this, you can use a calculator, you can do mental math, but the average of the 28th number, right, or not the 20th number, the number 28 and 28 is going to be 28. So again, if I go back here, I'm just saying that the middle two numbers is going to be 28 and 28. And when you average them, it's still going to give you 28, which is basically the median. Part C. Determine the mode. Mode just means the number you see the most frequently. And the good news is because you've formed the frequency table, you basically look at this column and find the largest number. And the largest number here is going to be 6. So what that means is you're going to get the number 28 6 times. So it'll be 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 28. And because 28 is the number that you see the most frequent, therefore the mode is going to be 28. If you find this video meaningful, it's adding value to your math life, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I hope this makes sense.